So the next block is the log cabin block. It is from the Generations Quilt. So if you put in your browser Generations Quilt log cabin, if we bring you up with this one, you also get the sheet, and just copy it, go down and copy it, put all your fabrics, so you've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 lights and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 darks. Get 8 lights, 8 darks in order that you want them to go in, like starting from the lightest to the darkest on both sides, unless you're using all the same. They're all 1.5 inches, to cut 1.5 inches off from all of them. Get yourself a little stripe, and then just follow it down. It tells you it's 1.5 by 1.5, 2.5 by 1.5, 2.5 by 1.5, and it carries on all the way down. This one's really easy. So, and then just and then lay them out as you see here. Let's just get this under, move this out the way, move you down. So there's my centres there. So it goes 1 2 3 4 5, oh sorry, 5, and then I think it's 6. I think then it goes round and you just follow it round like that. Move these over a bit because they're touching the others. Now, so these are mirror images, a mirror image of that one. So, and then obviously we do one, and that I think is about roughly about 5 inches. And then we've got more fabrics to continue on with the other one, but we'll start with the small one first. So just get them in order, and that's how they were on the board, just like that. Right size together. Make sure that one is not very good in this light. Right size together, and then 2 are the same size, 1/4 inch foot. And then obviously this is my darker side, so just finger press it to the darker one of your fabrics. Always put it back to the way it is on the picture, which is the light on top, and that's coloured. Then you know your next one is this one, that's how it's laid down. And then again, that obviously would be darker, so finger press it to that side. If you go a little tiny bit overhanging or anything like that, because you know your 1/4 inch isn't quite 1/4 inch, then just cut it off. The smallest of sizes, or use your. Now let's just have a quick look. I think that one's next. That's how it's laid. That's the same size as the actual blocks. That must be next. And again, it's going round in a circle. You could press each time if you wished. Put it back again how it was on the board. Get the next one. you go, look, if you look at the back you can see where that little bit's sticking out. Just cut that flush. And that's how it goes. And then the next one will be that one. There is a way of telling whether you've got 1/4 inch. If you get 1.5, 1.5 and 1.5, sew them all three together using the 1/4 inch foot you've got on. And then if your centre block measures 1 inch, you know your 1/4 inch is correct. So that goes, white starts there, so that's, my lights go this side, my darks go this side. So obviously that's the next one, it's the right size. And this is the last one on your small block, which makes it roughly, I think, about 5. We'll measure it. I've already done mine, so I'll show you mine as well. There you go, that's that one. Once you've made your block up, don't press with steam, or don't use starch, because you'll make it shrink again. If you've already starched your fabric once, just press with a dry iron. Obviously then you do that with your other that you've got on your board, and make them up to this size. Then obviously one of them you continue. Let me just show you my other two. So that one's my small one, and obviously then I did that again. There's my darts going that way, my lights going this way. Then obviously I continued adding more fabric to make it bigger size. So there's my darts going that way and my lights going that way. So that's all you can do really. So let's continue with the other block. So here's one that we've got up to the first stage. And then what we need to do, make sure you keep your white square pointing at the top, so then you know you've got it all in order. So, and then when you lay out the rest of your, to show you there, that's how I've laid it out, that's one of them finished. And obviously then that one across there is wherever these two joints are here, you always put one on top. So that's my first one, and then then once I've put that one on, you'll have another joint there and another seam joint. Then obviously the side one goes on. So this one's first. Let's turn you back round. Put the first one on, right sides together. For some reason I've put that wrong, so I'm going to have to do that one next again. And without getting, take a second. I put it in inch 7.5 instead of 8 now. The last one, make sure you've got it facing the right way, then you'll know with the two seams there that it's going to go on that one. And that's 2 finished new blocks, and that's Tim's colours, and I'll press them to you once we've done this and show you. A little bit big, I think I got carried away on that one. So let's go press. There we go. 4 log cabins, 2 my colours and 2 in Tim's. So I think that's block 9. So let's just recap on where we are. Block 1, block 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the log cabin we've just done is block 8, and that's mine, log cabin. The reason I haven't shown you this one yet is because I don't know whether I'm going to be using this or not. I don't know whether I like it or not. If you want it, if you want to have a look at it, it's by Laurie Holt. If you go, it's called Socialite. So if you put in Socialite hashtag 15, and then you'll find this block for you to have a look at. If I do decide to do that, I'll show you how to make it later on. As you can see, I found the brick pattern. These are the ones, these 2 at the top, that I got out of the other book that was not for beginners. I had to alter them to make them the right size, but I have found the original pattern. It's called Brickwork. It's the Brickwork block, and it's on the Generations Quilt, the same ones we've got some others off. This one is called Bear's Paw. Again, it's the Generations site. If you want to save them till last, I haven't done one of them for me yet, so I might be having a look at how later on how that one goes. But you can always add other blocks or more of the same. You don't have to do what I do, but these ones, the harder ones, I don't know whether they are hard out of Generations blocks because I haven't done them out of there. but you can always save them till last and do some of the easy ones first, because I'm trying to show beginners they can make a quilt. There are beginner blocks out there for you to have a go at. All my blocks are down there, that's why I haven't covered with Tim's colours and my colours, because I've been keeping my blocks on top of the piano just there. That's where we're about halfway through, because these little blocks, all these little blocks will be made up till the 10.5 inches unfinished. So obviously there'll be more board finished. But I think we're about halfway through now. So that's just a recap on where we are. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the like and subscribe. Any questions, please ask.